How European languages changed how black people think around the world. All right, man, let's get into this thing.
As he dismantles myths about African history and exposes how language controls the mind. Invest in independent black media. Watch the full exclusive ad-free reasoning now, only on www.ineverknewtv.com premium.
All right, want to say welcome to the brilliant Frank Zanu here, I Never Knew TV. Frank, what's going on?
Hey man, it's a cold day. It's a cold day, man. So 2 years straight we had a warm winter, and
Big
then
time, you know?
2026 said no. So it's a very cold day, and but hey, it's here. Technology can warm your car, warm your interior. So I hope we survive. But a lot of pipes are freezing up.
That's what I hear,
Yeah,
depending on the
yeah.
region, Do you think language corrupts your mind?
Yes.
Because I observed this with Jamaicans, right? So what most people don't understand is that you have different levels of patois throughout Jamaica. It's not I have some cousins, I don't know what the heck they're saying. I'm just gonna be very
Okay.
truthful with you, right? Now, especially if you like Maroon Town and all that, because they got that Coromante going and but I noticed that, man, it's just like, and the reason I came to this conclusion, because I was thinking about spirituality, right? So like, if I have a spiritual experience in a certain language, in a certain region, right? How can I replicate it in another language if they don't have the words to interpret that experience? Because words are like the word doesn't exist. The identification of that word. I'm not a linguist, and I apologize if I'm not using the proper vernacular, but you understand what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So I said, all right then. So if my origins, you're in Benin.
I will say this: when I went to Jamaica, I did not understand certain people at certain times, and they did look at me crazy. Like, doesn't he speak English? And yeah, I do, but I did not understand some of them people. I did not. I was like, oh my, I felt bad. Like,
Right? What's the area of Benin you're from?
From the what we call Southeast Ajah tribe. Yeah.
A Jock tribe,
Yeah.
right? DNA genetically now,
That's
right?
correct.
I have a Jock tribe in my body
Okay.
from birth.
Yes.
Surroundings, I grew up in it, right? I think a certain way, I have a certain perspective of life. Now I need to learn another language that's tied to a different economic system,
Wow.
theological system, right? So how do I become conflicted now because it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is how we do stuff, right? Within my language and culture. But within this language and culture, they do it totally different. Even a simple concept of work, right? Back in Jamaica now, not modern, but older times, right? And I've seen this with my own eyes. And I'm not saying this is a good thing. A person has to go to work, right? Or they have not even work, they have to do something. They're walking down the street, they see a friend. They'll stay there for 2 hours and talk because this conversation, this relationship is more important than the thing I have to do. Now, in Western society, you're not important to me. I'll maybe give you a high five and a high, but I have to go there. It's not saying one is better than the other, but the interpretation of culture is different.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I just wanted to ask you now, because you know a lot of
Listen,
languages.
Linton, language corrupts. It does. Completely. You can go into any society, listen to the language they are speaking and the way they speak it, and look at their behavior. Now, I'm not trying to be controversial. Okay? Sometimes when you have an inspiration to understand something, you can help. You have to say it. Now, if somebody doesn't agree with it, me saying it does you no harm. If you are not divisive, you're not going to divide just because I said something about you. But this is important to me. Whose language? My language became bastardized. I had to work 10 times hard to admit that. What you've just said must be something we have to talk about. Many cultures experience it, and they try hard not to allow another language to come in. See what is very unique about the 8 industrialized countries, what we call the G8. One language, one history, and some of them one ethnicity. America could be allowed to be a bilingual, Spanish and English, but they work hard to say, keep it out. Keep it out. Now, I've been to Jamaica. And I've been among Haitians very much, and some African, and I can listen to the language.
That twee in there, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, I know already.
And then the patois or the Creole, and the way you speak it that has no structure. Two vowels in a sentence, in a word, it has no structure at all. And it informs also the people how they look at the outside world and how they attend to things they attend to. So language becomes a very, and whenever, look, it's in a metaphor.
All right, so I'm not really. Hopefully, it gets to the point. But I was trying to see if it does anything like vibrationally. I mean, I'm pretty sure it might it probably does something. But I'm trying to get to maybe some more scientific stuff. I was trying to get to or something.
The Bible, which the Bible I respect a lot because as people read it as events that happen, I look it as the most powerful teaching tool ever written. It says there was once upon a time a people who were able to build a tower. That's correct. They must be talking to each other. They must have an exact understanding of what they were saying for the structure to be able to grow that fast and steady. Then they said God looked down and saw the arrogancy and he changed the language. And that was when the tower ceased to grow. Who cannot understand this? Who can't understand this? So why don't you look into Africa?
So, according to the Bible, um, okay, I see what you're trying to say, but at the same time, Bible, okay, all right.
When the language was uniform to the people, the village was organized. And now you have a room of Babels. Nobody can understand each other.
Now, if that's true, right? Now, I would like to look into that as well. Now, if that's true, um, yeah, I can see that dividing Africa up by languages, and now they can't unify as they once were. Yeah, now I can see that for sure. So yeah, that could be just a divisive thing, just to break up the languages, just to you can't. It's harder to unite when you have a divided language. But with that being said, we out.